I traded an Amazing Fantasy 15 for a stack of other keys. In this video, we're going to talk about it.
Bry's Comics.
Check out the new prizes for the giveaway here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, and like this video, you're entered to win this free slab. I'm going to draw the winners for the giveaways for last month and announce them in the next video. And check out the new giveaway for the newsletter at bryscomics.com. If you sign up for the newsletter, you're entered to win a free slab each and every month, and it's where you get first access to new collections, new stock, discount codes, and trades for grails. If you're interested in trades for grails at all, make sure you're subscribed to that newsletter at bryscomics.com and follow me over on Instagram, where I also post the trades for grails. If you rely on YouTube, it's a little bit delayed versus those two other avenues, so you might miss out on an awesome trade if you're not subscribed up at those other two places. So in this video, we're talking about it. We're talking about the trade that I did for an Amazing Fantasy 15. It came back a 4.5 restored for the stack of keys in this video. So the way it went down is I recently had a consignment deal where a seller came to me with some mega grails, Amazing Fantasy 15, All-Star Comics 8, and Hulk 1 through 6, and they were all raw, and we worked out a deal where I advanced a sum of money to them, and then I said that I would press and clean all the books, have them graded. They came back, a couple of them came back restored, and we were not expecting that, one of them being the Amazing Fantasy 15. So we had two options. One was to sell it as is, and as most people know, a restored label gets a much less of a premium for the price than a universal blue label unrestored copy, and so we really didn't want to sell it at that much of a discount. And then this trade offer came in where somebody was willing to trade it for a little bit more of the typical value for a 4.5 restored label, because they knew that it was a very small amount of color restoration, color touch on the bottom right of the front cover, and it was in between professional and amateur, so it was likely done with crayon, and that usually means that it can be scraped off instead of having to be cut out. If the restoration is done with pen or different techniques, oftentimes the book has to actually cut the piece of restoration out in order for it to get that blue label. So the seller was confident that they could get this book in the same grade or maybe a little bit lower if they had the restoration removed and sent back to CGC. So they were willing to do the trade because in their eyes, there was a possibility to get a lot more value for their trade, trading it for a restored book. And in our eyes, as the sellers, we were already planning on sending it back to CGC to have the restoration removal. But when this offer came in and it was good enough that we didn't have to actually go through that whole process and spend the more money on all the fees at CGC and most importantly, wait longer to have it come back, we thought that this was a great opportunity. We'll just go ahead and take this trade. So I would propose the question and I would throw it out there. I would say, you know, would you rather? Would you have rathered the AF-15 or this stack of keys? But I think I know what everyone's response is going to be. Of course, they would rather the AF-15. Even in a purple label, most people would rather that. Of course, there's people on all sides of the argument. A lot of people wouldn't even look or touch or consider a purple label. I get it. It's a mixed bag. Everybody has their own preference and their own opinion. And one thing to remember, you know, is that as a dealer, you know, this wasn't my personal copy. This wasn't like my personal AF-15 that I traded for all these books to keep all of these books in the PC. It just made sense business-wise, financially, to do it where I have a platform where I can actually sell and move these books in a relatively quick time and actually make more money doing that than the AF-15. So from a business standpoint, it's a slam dunk. It makes way more sense to sell the other copies. There is some other things to consider. There's a little bit of risk taking on more books. Inevitably, there's usually books that hang around and don't sell. But in this case, this trade, all of these books are super hot. All of these books are highly desirable, and I won't have any problem moving these books. They're just such great keys. Some of these books are available over at bryscomics.com if they haven't sold already. Use code COLLECT10 for 10% off. That code is always active, and there's always new stuff being added over at bryscomics.com. So this is the collection that have me grinning from ear to ear as I literally unbox every single one of these books. My smile just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Truly an incredible collection. Amazing Spider-Man number 129, 9.0 white pages. First appearance of the Punisher and the Jackal, who gets no love. But don't forget that little tidbit there on that one. This may be a grand prize for a mystery box coming soon. I'm not sure. Star Wars number 1 in a 9.4 newsstand edition. They're all newsstand if I remember correctly. Here's Crime Suspense Stories number 11, EC Comics from 1952. Any Foot fans out there? This is the book for you. Just a super high grade early pre-code horror book that's, you know, really tough to find in high grade like this. I'll be curious to look at the notes on this one, because this one looks really nice for a 7.5. Maybe there's something going on the interior. So curious about that one. Hawkman number 4, origin and first appearance of Zatanna in a 3.0. Nice affordable grade there. X-Men 50 in a 7.5, signed by Jim Steranko in a beautiful gold pen. I mean, gold on gold with this classic X-Men cover. Second appearance of Polaris, Magneto appearance, origin of the Beast, new X-Men logo. Awesome X-Men key right there. Detective Comics number 267, origin and first appearance of the Batmite in a 7.0. Avengers number 25, Doctor Doom cover and story in a 9.0. Awesome cover for Doctor Doom. The Avengers there as well. What a cool key. Special Marvel Edition number 15, a 4.0 with white pages. Kind of rare to see a low grade like that with white pages. First Shang-Chi. X-Men 94 in a 9.0 with white pages. New X-Men team begins. Sunfire leaves. Second appearance of Nightcrawler, Storm, Thunderbird, and Colossus. Awesome X-Men key in a nice high grade 9.0 white pages. Predator number 1, first appearance of the Predator in comics, 9.8 white pages, first print, and this one I have it in the Mylar because it's signed on the case. So it's signed on the case by Sam De La Rosa with a really cool signature, and I absolutely love the fact that this is signed on the case. You can see how it kind of pops. It has like, it creates like a shadow between the signature and the case. I think it's really cool. Fear number 19 in a 9.4 with white pages. This is the first appearance of Howard the Duck and Korik, Jennifer Kale and Dakeem appearance. Jennifer Kale is a cool character. I love Howard the Duck. This is actually a book that if it, in 9.8 I would definitely consider keeping in the PC. I'm a Howard the Duck fan. And then we also have a 8.5 copy, same book. If you enjoy a live shopping experience and good deals on comic books, I recommend signing up for an account over on Whatnot. Link in the description for $15 towards your first purchase. It's a great way to engage with and actually talk with members of the community and go back and forth. I'm having a ton of fun over on Whatnot, and I hope to see you there. Marvel Superheroes number 20, 8.5 white page copy, Doctor Doom story, first appearance of Valeria. Just a classic Doctor Doom cover. Absolutely gorgeous book in an 8.5. And if you wanted something a little higher, bam, we've got a 9.0, also white pages, same book, incredible copies of this incredible iconic Doctor Doom cover. X-Men number 50 again, 9.0 this time, also signed by Jim Steranko in the same place with the same pen. Just a gorgeous gold on gold X-Men key. Captain America number 110, also signed by Jim Steranko up here in the corner. First appearance of Madam Hydra, later becomes Viper and a Hulk appearance. What a cool key that is, not one you see all the time in that grade. Fantastic Four number 6, a 7.0 with a nice bonus of white pages, birth of Franklin Richards, and the first appearance of Annihilus. Such an awesome spec book, such an awesome FF key. And then we also have an 8.0 white page copy. This collector obviously had a fine eye for detail and things like page quality and presentation and signature placement. I mean, it's just such a joy to see a finely curated collection like this. Avengers number 232, it's just so cool to see it in 9.8. This is where Star Fox joins the Avengers. I know it's a 60-cent comic, but you really have to appreciate it maintaining the near mint, almost perfect grade designation, not a single spine tick, nothing. I love to see that. Awesome little nostalgic back cover there, a video game by the Parker brothers. Imagine what that video game would be worth if it was still sealed. Fantastic Four number 48, 6.0, and guess what? White pages. Obviously, first appearance of the Silver Surfer and Galactus with a cameo on the last page. Iconic Fantastic Four cover. Just a beautiful book, 6.0 white pages. And this is the most expensive book of the whole collection, Batman number 171, in the incredibly rare grade of a 9.2. I think there's only like 20 or so in the world this grade or higher. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, the census count. But this is the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. And it also says Batman TV pilot based on this story. And just, you don't always see pink covers like this. It's so cool to see this pink cover, and to see this book in this condition is just so incredible. And I will say, you know, there's definitely some spine ticks along the spine, but I've seen 9.4s, I've seen 9.6s that look like this. There's a little bit of a color break right there that I think would probably hold it back from a 9.6, but you know, you absolutely can't see a 9.4 like this. Is it likely? I don't know that I would say it's likely. I'd say there's a chance in a 9.4. The thing about this book is, you know, once you get any higher than a 9.2, it's just ultra rare. So depending on your level of comfort with risk, you know, because there's always the chance too, it could come back a 9.0. It may be a CPR candidate if you've got a tough stomach. And then to finish it all off, Siege number 3, the J. Scott Campbell variant. This is over a $3,000 book. If you're a Deadpool fan, if you're a Deadpool collector, I mean, this is like the holy grail of Deadpool covers. I even asked Marvel if I can do an homage to this, and they were like, no, you can't do that. So anyways, I think it's already been done as an homage, but what a cover by J. Scott Campbell, and what a way to finish off this collection. So there you have it, guys. Some incredible keys. I might have to pull some of these out and keep them for the next mystery box, because like the ASM 129 or the FF 48, I might have to just hold on to those. If they don't sell in the next couple days, I'll strongly consider using those as grand prizes for the next mystery box. Like I said, I would throw it out there and say, which one would you rather? But I think I know the answer to that. Thank you as always for sticking with me to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like for your chance to win a free slab. I'm going to announce the winner in the next video, and if you sign up for the newsletter, BryceComics.com, you're also entered to win a free slab, and I'll announce that winner in the next video as well. Thank you as always for sticking with me to the end, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bryce Comics.